Hey guys, happy Wednesday and welcome back. Today I'm going to show you what is on my media kit and how I pitch to brands. So a media kit is basically a PDF form that you can send to brands when you're looking to collaborate with them. It is going to be a breakdown of all the numbers, the demographics, everything about your content and what you create so you can show them exactly what they're going to get if they work with you. A media kit is also how you can leverage getting paid when you're doing monetized content, and it's also a way that you can leverage working with larger brands and show them the numbers that you can pull from your social media. My actual media kit is a template from Canva. It is nothing super creative. It is just something that I want to give to brands that I have on hand so they know the numbers and they know the background of my story. So this is actually my media kit in Canva right now. I have just kind of an intro page so people know who they're working with when they see it off the bat. I usually follow with a quick hit intro. You don't actually have to have this, but I do like having it on there. It just kind of makes it a little bit more approachable and a little bit more welcoming. I've got a little bit of my story and my overall followers. Then we go into overall specific analytics to each page. So for TikTok, I like to include my overall followers and like count. I do like to include how many women are following me just because I feel like a lot of brands I work with are targeting women specifically. Then I also include demographics in terms of age range and area. I also like to include some of my trending videos and the corresponding numbers. Now, if you have TikTok, you don't have to do the work for this. You just go into your creator tools section and it'll break all the analytics down for you. Now I do the same thing when it comes to Instagram. I make sure I have my trending content, my follower count, and my demographics, just so if brands are looking to reach that specific group of people I have on there, they know they're going to reach them with me. Now, Instagram does the same thing where they have the professional dashboard, which has a download of all of your insights and all of your analytics for your posts that you've had. It'll show your trending, it'll show you how much you've grown, it'll show basically everything and anything you need to know. This is not a must, but I do like to include a case study so I can showcase numbers that I've done on a previous collaboration that has been successful. This is just something that I like to have on here so it can showcase that you can have a successful campaign with me. Last but not least, I do like to include a list of brands that I've worked with that could be similar. This is usually where people also put their rates, but I personally do not like to put rates on my media kit. That is a preference of mine. I did have an NGL link on my Instagram so people could ask anonymous questions on building a media kit or anything that they had when it comes to working with brands. I do have a few of those questions and I'm going to answer them for you right now. Do you typically reach out to brands or businesses, or do they mostly contact you? And if you do reach out, how do you go about it? This is one of my favorite questions. So when you're working with brands, for me, a lot of them actually do come to me. They come to me via email and they come to me via DM. So what I usually do is I make sure I am monitoring my Instagram DMs and my DM requests and my hidden requests, because there's that little folder too that a lot of really cool brands could be hiding in there that you could work with. Now I also have my email in my Instagram bio, so brands can reach out to me via email. It's either way, so when they reach out to me, it's just either DMs or email. My number one piece of advice for a creator is to make sure that you have your email in your bio, so if any brands want to reach out to you and work with you, it is easily accessible, it is right there, and they're able to reach out to you and have a way to contact you to maybe have a collaboration. I do like to DM brands, and typically I'll send something a little bit similar to this. So when brands are looking to collaborate with influencers, they're looking to reach a specific demographic, and you want to make sure that the content you create also aligns with the content that they are looking for. So for me, I usually will come out and say, hey, I would love to be considered for any potential future campaigns that you have. How do you set prices when working with brands? This one is a really big one because I am kind of like a 50-50 when it comes to gifted campaigns and when it comes to monetized campaigns. So if it's an opportunity that I think I can get paid for, usually I will ask the brand, hey, I would love to collaborate with you. What is your budget? So when they come back to you and say what their budget is, it could be $100, could be $200, could be $1,000, could be $3,500. At least you know what you would be working with if you were looking to get monetary compensation. There is nothing wrong with having a free gifted campaign. I love gifted campaigns. I've gone on a lot of them, but also you have to look out for yourself too and see if you can be compensated for the content that you're creating monetarily as well. So if a brand is reaching out to you, always ask, what is their budget? Because sometimes you'll be surprised. Best way to start a social media following with 0 followers. This is a really big one. Just be as consistent as possible and be as passionate as possible. Creating content is basically something that anyone can do, but being passionate and being consistent is something that not everyone can do. So when you're creating content, make sure that you are creating on a consistent level. I think when I started on TikTok, I created every single day and I posted at 6:45 to 7:45 every single day without fail. And when I posted those videos, I made sure that I engaged with my audience and made sure that I had a connection with people who were commenting on things so I could build a community that way as well. If I had to just sum it up, it'd be consistent, be engaging, be passionate about the work that you do. If you're not passionate about it, I promise you it's not going to work out. But if you are passionate about it, then it's something that you're going to love to do every single day. Now that is all I have time for this week. If you have any other questions, comments, concerns, please leave them in the comments or DM me on Instagram. As always, thanks for joining, and I will see you next Wednesday.